Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to another episode of The Last Podcast You'd Want. How we doing, everybody? Steve here coming at you. I know it's been a week or so since we've gotten an episode out, so I wanted to hit you all up. We're releasing on Thursdays again. That was our original release date, our original release day. We changed it between Saturday, Sundays, Mondays, whenever we got it out. I'm going to try and stick to a Thursday slot. How we doing? Hope you're doing well. Hope you're having a great day. We're going to start off with some IMDb birthdays. We're going to have a little fun here. Now, you, the listener, gets to play the game. I'm going to name the actor or actress. I'm going to give you a couple seconds. You're going to guess how old you think they're turning, and then I'm going to tell you. Today, we're going to be starting off with actor Brent Spiner. Today is Thursday, February the 2nd. Brent Spiner, you're going to know him as Data from the Star Trek Next Generation series. He's been in a bunch of other things as well. We're going to start with Brent Spiner. How old do you think he's turning? I'm going to go ahead and give you 3 to 4 seconds. I gave you 5 seconds. Today, Brent is turning 74 years old. That's right, 74 years old. Also celebrating a birthday today, we have Shakira. Shakira. Who doesn't love Shakira? How old do you think Shakira is turning today? Today, Shakira is turning 46 years old. 46, that's right. Also celebrating a birthday today, actress model Christy Brinkley from the Vacation series. How old do you think Christy is turning? 69 years old is what Christy Brinkley is turning today. And those are going to be your well-known celebrity birthdays. Also celebrating a birthday today, Mr. Blake Clark. The only thing that I can really think of him from is Home Improvement and Boy Meets World, where he played Ryder Strong's dad. I forget Ryder Strong's character's name. I'm sorry. I apologize. Sean? I think it was Sean. He turned 77 today. Ladies and gentlemen, I have seen so many movies since our last episode, primarily because we recorded 2 episodes with Ryan Abreu, and then we released them. And then, you take some time to yourself personally. We talk about life. We talk about things. The beginning of the year, I got let go from my job, the job that I was doing for 2.5 years, working from a call center. Not that it matters. We're going to get right past that. So I was just taking a little time to regroup for myself. But since we've been away and we are coming back, we saw M3GAN. Now, M3GAN is, let's see here. M3GAN is PG-13. It has a running time of 1 hour and 42 minutes. A robotics engineer at a toy company builds a lifelike doll that begins to take a life of its own. Before I get into M3GAN, I will tell you the trailers that I did see for that movie. Some of these movies have already come out. Some of these movies I have actually already seen. But we started The Little Mermaid we started M3GAN with The Little Mermaid. My goodness. The Little Mermaid was the first trailer, and it's just a little teaser trailer. It shows us a little bit of the seafloor, a little bit of the ocean, while hearing a song of Part of Your World, seeing Ariel. I'm very excited for this. Infinity Pool, which has already come out. I'll be honest, I don't remember a lot of that trailer. It looks kind of weird from the posters that I've seen. We get the trailer for Missing, which is actually the movie I saw right after this. Won't be discussing Missing today. We're just going to focus on M3GAN and some other things in the world of entertainment. Champions, which of course, as we know, is the Woody Harrelson film where he was a assistant coach in the NBA. He gets fired and he has to take on a group of special athletes to get into the Special Olympics. It looks like a fun, heartwarming film. Dee from It's Always Sunny is in it. We get the trailer for Evil Dead Rise, and I find that the older that I get, my stomach gets weaker and weaker. Because this is a vicious, gruesome trailer that I really did not watch a lot of. Evil Dead Rise, don't get me wrong, big Sam Raimi fan. Love the Evil Dead series, even the one they did back in 2016, I think. This one, though, I don't know. It looks gruesome. Both Sam Raimi and Bruce Campbell are producing it. They have given the blessing of the entire reincarnation of Evil Dead. But Evil Dead Rise is that. We get the teaser trailer for Scream 6, which is taking us out of Woodsboro, although they've already done that in Scream 3, where they took us to Hollywood. We go to the town of New York City from the looks of it with Scream 6. A trailer that I am particularly tired of, Cocaine Bear. It comes out, I believe, at the end of this month of February. It's about a bear that ingests cocaine, and he goes insane. I believe it is the last film of actor Ray Liotta. We get Renfield, which I think looks hilarious. Nicolas Cage plays a vampire, in which he's Renfield. He has an assistant. I forget the name of the assistant, but it's the guy that was in The Menu. He's Beast from the X-Men First Class series. He's in Mad Max. I'd look it up, but we're recording. And finally, Knock at the Cabin, a movie I will actually be going to see tonight. It is the opening night of M. Night Shyamalan's Knock at the Cabin. I'm very excited. David Bautista, Ronald Weasley, I believe his name is Rupert Grint or something like that. I might be wrong. I'm great with names sometimes. I'm not great with names other times. Knock at the Cabin. Knock, knock, knock. That's what I'll be seeing tonight. But we did go and we saw M3GAN. It was a fun, entertaining film. To be honest, no real big names. Ronnie Chiang is going to be the only name that I really recognize, only because I've seen him recently in other projects that he has done, and that is going to be as soon as IMDb can load. Crazy Rich Asians, and Shang-Chi. He has bits in that, which is where I know him from. Other than that, M3GAN is a fun and entertaining film. A girl loses her parents, has to go live with her niece. This is not a spoiler alert. This pretty much happens within the first 5 minutes of the film. Has to go live with her niece. Her niece is a robotics engineer that is working on almost like a Furby type product that is out into the world. They're working on M3GAN, which is supposed to be a lifelike simulation of a small child that has an AI of its own. And when she realizes that she doesn't have enough time to take care of her niece, she makes M3GAN artificial intelligence to care and protect for the child. And the artificial intelligence, as it does in movies like this, progresses and advances and becomes its own entity, and chaos ensues. It's very fun. It's very entertaining. I highly recommend it. I don't even know if it's in the theaters anymore. I should have had this episode out like a week and a half ago. I do apologize. We are going to go ahead and go over the top 6 in the box office, though, this week, as we will be talking about next week. Missing is at number 6 with $5.7 million. M3GAN, the movie we just talked about, has $6.3 million. I've seen a couple of these. Man Called Otto, another movie I've seen, which we will talk about, comes in at number 4 with $6.7 million. Number 3 is Pathan with $6.9 million. Puss in Boots: The Last Wish is number 2 at $10 million. And Avatar: The Way of Water is still holding strong at number 1 with $16 million. I'm very excited for the movies coming out. 80 for Brady is coming out this week, which I will also be seeing in the theater. As I mentioned, I will be seeing Knock at the Cabin, which is something that we will be talking about in the future. Other than that, I have just been playing a ton of video games. I've been watching TV. Have you been watching the National Treasure TV series? Because I am highly enjoying it. If you happen to have Peacock, you can check out the 3rd season of Young Rock, which my wife and I will be starting very soon. Other than that, we're going to go ahead and wrap up this episode. I just wanted to get something out for you folks, give you something to listen to. You get your top 6 of the box office. You got some birthdays for the day. And we discussed M3GAN a little bit. On a scale of 1 to 10, and this is something I am going to start doing. I'm going to start scaling my movies on a scale of 1 to 10. We're going to go ahead and we're going to give M3GAN a solid 7.5. It was a very entertaining film. It did its job. If it weren't for the parents that decided to bring their children to the theaters and the people who were continuously talking and singing whenever singing was in the film, because that happened. PSA, folks, if you are in a movie theater and other people are there, it is not your living room. It is not your car. It is not the drive-in. We can hear you. Stop talking. Don't sing. It's that simple. PSA done. Stepping off my soapbox. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been another episode of The Last Podcast You'd Want. But as I stated, it's 7.5 for M3GAN. If it's still in the theater and you want to go see something that I feel is an entertaining film and does its job, go check it out. Other than that, this has been a little short 10-minute episode of The Last Podcast You'd Want. My name is Steve. I am the host. Thank you all for listening for the Season 5 that we have entered in of the 4 years of The Last Podcast You'd Want. You can find us on Twitter at TLPYW. You can find us on Instagram at The Last Podcast You'd Want if you want to give us a follow. If you happen to want to shout out anything or recommend a movie that you'd want to hear us talk about, please let us know. Other than that, I thank you all for coming with me on this continuous journey week after week, year after year, even for a short little 10-minute episode. I cherish it all, and I thank you all. And until next time, tip the veal, try the staff. We'll see you then.